前2天喺邊啲嚟㗎？ Thank you. Maybe you did that.
Red is definitely red.
Yeah.
Where we at? We in the building, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out, man. You already know what this is, man. This is another BBW Happy Hour, dog, but it is powered by, you see what my shirt say?
Yeah.
Collective behavior, right? Yeah, I still got it. I got some stains on it, but it's all good, though. We go work it out, dog. This time we got a special guest in the building. I mean, normally we always have Lazar in the building, but we got Mrs. Lazar. No, for sure. We got Marshalle Favors in the building as well. That's Lazar.
Yeah.
Lazar the Czar.
What up, though?
Right?
What up,
What's
though?
going on, y'all?
Thanks for having me in the spot.
No, for sure, man. Hey, this is a spot, though, right? It's like it's literally a basement. When I say it's a basement, people don't believe me. It's literally a basement.
Yeah.
And yes, it does look bigger on the screen.
Camera.
Yeah, but it's not that big. But we here. We here anyway, dog. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Just like last time you was here, we did some B words. So we got some new B words this time. I think that went over well. And then we got some we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, man.
There's a whole lot of stuff coming
man.
up. And that red is red. No, I keep looking at the screen like, damb.
Yeah, it's popping. I see it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So first of all, what's going on with y'all? How y'all been? Let's just get into that.
Good.
Yeah.
We had a big milestone. You want to talk about the milestone this weekend?
Let's talk about the milestone this weekend. She wasn't prepared to talk about it.
Got to. Because this is where it's at.
Okay.
So,
Even she's surprised. So I know I'm surprised.
the milestone is the queen of the family, the matriarch, Leontine Montgomery.
Okay.
Celebrated her 80th birthday.
Okay, for
this
sure.
weekend.
That's what's up.
So
Little clap in there.
Yeah, we're gonna hang clap in there for that too. But he'll tell you also that he says that she's probably one of the youngest
Oh, she gangster. For real. Yeah.
80-year-olds that you'll ever see.
Yeah. She from down south?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
from
okay.
Virginia,
That's why.
From Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But when I tell you
That's close to, you know.
Yeah.
You know what that's close to.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, and I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I say I can't hang with my mother.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
She can hang.
Out to
she-
5 in the morning.
She's been
Out to 5 in the morning.
has
She got a
been-
Jaguar on 28s with switches. I'm not playing.
With switch.
Yeah, for
Come
real.
on, dog.
She can't even look over the wheel. Huh? For real. Like, for real. She had a Hummer.
Yeah.
She in the 1500 right now. Like, she
What? How
Yeah.
tall is your mom?
5'5".
She's a little bitty thing.
What?
Yeah.
Jumping on a
But
hummer.
got
Yeah.
the personality.
Personality
Yeah.
of a
giant.
man,
For
of
sure.
a giant, for real.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Well, happy
and-
birthday, Cherry.
And not only that, but she hangs. I call it her crew.
Yeah.
And
Oh, she got a gang.
They're
Yeah.
all
Oh, yeah.
80 plus.
80 plus.
I want to say the eldest is
Yo, that's
He
crazy.
about 100 now, right?
about that.
Dog,
yeah,
what?
A
Yeah.
centurion
100?
in the group, and they get together. I want to say almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
It's the most on-time people I've ever seen.
Yeah. 100 though.
Yes.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it to 80.
You and me both.
Sweet Jesus. Well, yeah.
So that was the weekend.
Happy birthday to her. No, that's definitely a thing. What else going on with y'all?
Yeah. Well, we got a collective behavior tour is coming up. Taste
sure.
of Black Spirits starts in April.
Yep.
Starts in Miami.
Getting closer and closer, right?
Yeah, we got some new brands to introduce. We got a couple other things happening with that Taste of Black Spirits because we're introducing I think we're going to introduce it probably most likely in Brooklyn.
Okay.
We're doing a keynote speaker sit down style.
Like a fireside chat.
Like a fireside chat brunch type for the liquid panel. So
Okay, good.
it'll be discussions during the day, and then about 4 we'll host a keynote speaker having a discussion on what we eat.
So what you're saying is that if you've been before, it still ain't gonna be like the last time.
It ain't gonna never be. I mean, Sadat
That's what's
said it
up.
best. He'll tell you, like, you got to really understand that we
Yeah.
always adding something
For sure.
different to elevate the experience,
Yeah.
to really, to give you more from what the experience, give you more of a taste of black experience to less the learning as far as the education component. We want to give you more of that for sure.
No, that's dope though, because even if you've been before, it's gonna be a different experience. So that's exciting.
And this year we even added a new city. So if you don't know the lineup, you can see it posted there. But it's Miami, Brooklyn, Atlanta. ATL's new for us, and of course Detroit and Houston.
What y'all expecting from Atlanta?
Atlanta
is a special place.
I would say Atlanta been chiming in. Like you have some stakeholders down there that be inboxing us, DMing us, like, what you need when you get here. Yeah. Sadat, he plugged with the radio station. Sure. He already plugged us with Jock. Young Jock.
Oh, y'all gonna be on the streets?
Sadat is, I keep telling you.
That's fire.
That is the guy you need to know. So.
But y'all gotta be careful though, because you get on his show, you're gonna end up being on Love and Hip Hop. You don't want to. I'm just saying. You don't know when they filming. I'm just saying. You gotta be careful down there, because Love and Hip Hop be. Not that I watched that.
Not that you watched it, but you just aware of it.
I watched that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I watched that shit. But speaking of new brands though, is this a new acquisition?
So this is.
I haven't had it yet.
Yeah. So this is out of Detroit, right? So this is Black Eaton, for those who don't know John Joubert.
I saw it said Idlewild.
Yeah, Idlewild. Yeah, so this is he's paying homage to Idlewild.
For sure.
It's a space out there called Black Eaton, 1912. He's new to the market as of, I think he launched this last year.
Okay.
Late last year. So, but he launched it in Chicago. It's available in Michigan as of last week. Through our distributor. So I support him. He also got Wine Him in this way, and it's a husband and wife team. Okay. So that's the one thing we like to do when we find folks who are in the business and doing business together. Most people wonder, well, how do you do business with your significant other? Yeah. We do all our business together, right? And then to see other people out there doing that same thing, because she's everywhere he is, vice versa, pushing his product. So.
How is that though? Since we're there, let's just touch on it. Like, how is that? I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah, ask her.
How is that though? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a thing. Like, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could work like hand in hand with my significant other. So, like, how is it?
It was really natural for us, and that was part of our connection. Like in the beginning, was the fact that he was an entrepreneur and he was constantly like working and doing, and same with me. Right. I had entrepreneurial things that I was doing, and we were constantly kind of working with each other, kind of saying, what are you working on? How can I help? That kind of thing. So it kind of like folded into that. Gotcha. And
it sounded like it was easy.
It is. Well, it is. I want to say it hasn't been.
It hasn't been difficult at all.
Yeah, for sure. It hasn't.
That's what's up. I think that's the tough part about finding partners anyway. Not just like romantic partners, but like in business. I think that's really a thing. Sometimes you don't find that harmony. Yeah. Like, so I think So congrats to that.
I think for me, and a lot of people don't know that unless they look at the video. So my most I think the very first time we literally worked together, right? I saw her at a different state of mind. Like when she got her director's hat on, monster. Yeah, like monster. Ain't playing no games. Yeah. Don't smile with me. Yeah. Don't be playing around. Yeah. Move when get
move when
to
I say
it.
Move.
Get to it. Like this is my very first experience. I'm not even playing. She was shooting a short film for the ABFF.
Gotcha.
When she actually, they picked it up and they won. They flew her out there, etc. So I was a part of that.
That's a whole other show.
That's right. So, but just working with her, I remember she asked a couple questions. I'm like, yeah, I can get that. I'm very resourceful, so I got what she needed. But I was talking to one of the talents. We were standing around. Yeah. And she walked past. It's like the sun go down at this time. And she kept walking. Yeah. I took that. I took the bike from him, put it in the trunk, And I was still there before everybody. I'm like, oh, she ain't playing. Then we ain't no play. Can't play, dude. I can't. She for real. Yeah. She is not the nice person right now.
Exactly. No,
but
sure.
I understood it because I'm that way.
Yeah. No,
so
for sure.
She didn't have to say get it moving. Just that.
Yeah.
Let me know, like, listen, because she had it down. She had it down to the sun going down at 7:19 or something like that. Yeah. She had it all the way down, and she knew she needed a certain type of light to get it done. So.
If you being on point, you got to know those things. Yeah. So I can dig that. Okay. So I'm sorry, that was just a little sidetrack, but I kind of got curious about that because that's the thing.
But I just want to say one other thing also is that because like over the years, we've learned how to work and bring out
the best of each other.
And also I think in the meeting too, learning each other's work style. Yeah. I think that was the thing also, right?
Learning it and respecting it.
Oh, respecting it. I respect the heck out of it because I'm going to tell you this. Right?
Yeah, go ahead, run that. She thought.
Like, I thought, I was like,
thought you ran a tight track.
I thought I was ready. Yeah. I found out I didn't know what his ready meant. And he has a healthy lifestyle, right? He's a pescatarian. Takes his vitamin, exercise, does all that and everything too, right? And I thought, I'm a pretty healthy person too. I can keep up. I no longer try to keep up with this.
Let him do his thing.
I let him do his thing because and I remember him saying, like, the first time he said, "Oh, you rolling with me today?" I said, "I'm rolling. I got you, right?" And when I say that he worked 23 out of 24 hours like that day, look, I was like, "Oh, this is a whole other level right here."
Look,
I was tired.
I understand. I pulled up to do a podcast with him, Liquor Guy Dwayne, and Deshaun. And while we were waiting to do the podcast, he went and did a photo shoot. So I understand. Like, it don't stop working. Like, so he waiting on bro to come open the door. He's like, you know what? We gonna go down here and do this while we waiting.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
See me, I was just go wait. He's like, no, we got this time. I'm gonna go work. Yeah. So I get it. I know what you're saying.
He utilizes
every minute
of the day.
I witnessed it, so I know it's true.
And when I tell you I don't forget to take a vitamin, like ever, that is the reason why.
He's trying to keep up.
Like I said, I don't even try to keep up anymore. I know my limitations,
for
right?
Sure.
And I know how best I work in terms of where my energy level needs to be. I need a certain amount of rest. Mm-hmm. I need a certain amount of quiet to be able to think about my next move, what I'm getting ready to do. And
that's important.
And we respect each other's kind of work styles.
And to chime in, there's some things that she did that I thought I could do. I'm like, oh yeah, you keep that. I don't want no parts of that.
That's your wheelhouse.
She putting the schedule thing together. I'm like, let me get that. I can do that. I'm like, oh no.
Like scheduling,
this ain't for me.
Oh man,
because she be in it again. The scheduling, from the time and the post. All this stuff that you got to put into this thing.
Yeah,
I thought watching her do it, I'm like, well, I can do that. Whether I can do it or not, I don't want to do it.
Because
she in a zone doing it. I'm uncomfortable doing it. This don't match. I'll stick to what I do.
I dig that. Yeah. So look, we right here at one of the B words, right?
Yeah.
Beginning, we right here at one of those. So you kind of explained the beginning of y'all's situation.
Yeah. So
how did you bring the film world into the spirits world and make them work together so classically? Because it's two different hustles. You know what I'm saying? So how did y'all manage that? How did y'all put that together?
I'll speak where it started. Mm-hmm. Right, it started in 2017. I was representing the brand. I hadn't even started representing the brand yet. It's a black-owned brand, and they sent us some product for that year. Gotcha. And that year we kind of blended it, but not heavy. Okay. Right? We saw it. We looked at it okay, this works. We offered it at our at some of our screenings and whatnot. But following for the last 2 years, I think is where we thought about wait, both of these events happen in September.
Right.
We don't need to separate them.
Exactly.
We're able to take the spirit side and the film side and cross promote them, right? Yeah. And then cross engage them with both audiences.
True.
And the first year, so 2023, we tried. That was the first time we tried it. Mm-hmm. It worked out great, but 2024 really
showed you what it was.
Really showed us that it becomes a signature event within the film festival. Which, when you think about, if you've ever been around, which she can speak a whole lot more to, outside of Detroit, and you've been to those huge festivals like the ABFF, right?
Yeah.
The things that go on after the filming or after the screening is kind of like what we created,
right?
With what we brought, with what merging Taste of Black Spirits in Detroit Black Film Festival.
Oh, for sure. And I think that helps though, right? Because that kind of it starts to then put you on a global level,
yeah,
right? And I think that's where, I mean, quite honestly, a lot of things happen in Detroit. A lot of things start in Detroit, and sadly, they don't always transcend out to everywhere else. So I think y'all definitely got something going on there, and we've been talking about business as well. That's one of the B's too. But I guess my question about business though, and then obviously like how it began, but like how do you keep that vision going though? Like how do you keep pushing forward? Because like at some point, it's got to feel, and this is a B word that you didn't use, but you got to feel burned out a little bit at some point. Like, so how do you keep the fuel going?
Go.
I was going to say, honestly, it's fueling us in a way, in a sense, because it's growing, and I think it's even like you said too. We started out in one city, right? Yep. And today, now you have like 5 cities, and in every time we have the Taste of Black Spirits, there are more brands that are being introduced. There's more cities that are being introduced, and even within the cities, sometimes we're bringing something, an experience that people have not well, I want to keep using the word experience, but they haven't been a part of before, right? And when they see the potential of it also, like he gets emails after emails after emails with people with other ideas and saying like, how can we expand it even more? So we've even expanded like our partnerships, you know, with Sister Supply Chain.
Yeah, shout out to them.
With every city that we go to. Also, when there's different venues that we've been able to connect with, and they see the vision also. Right. It's doing nothing but growing and expanding.
Yeah, and I know I ask Lazar this all the time, and I feel like he act like he knew it was gonna be all of this from the beginning. But come on, dog. At some point, sometimes some of this shit gotta blow your mind a little bit. Like
it blows blows my mind to be right.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
This is what you got to do.
That's what Lazar
he's like, but is it Lazar about?
Because I'll tell people I'm in the future, so I'm looking back. Like I'm looking like, oh, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that too. So I highly believe in what we put out. Right. Yeah. For me, and she knows this, like I always use her. She's in all of my conversations, everything I do or even talk about, no matter where I am. Because it is a fuel. It is a thing. Everything that we value, we use as fuel to do the things that we need done or want to do or we see ourselves doing. So when I say I see it already, and yes, I believe we do it because I believe we can do anything we put our mind to. We've shown each other the value of our thoughts, right? When we've shown each other, I like to call it, sometimes I'm like, was that your freestyle? Right? Because we know how to do them audibles, and the audibles would be out cold. We're like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Yeah. Right? But it ended up being like that because of how we think regardless. We don't think and can't. Like, I'm really mean that. We don't think that way. So our confidence level and our belief on completing something or getting something done or building something and knowing what it's gonna look like 5 years from now, that's what happens because we believe it so much. It's something. She had a book. What's his name? Will Packer. It's something he says about arrogance. It's not being arrogant, like saying, "Hey, we gonna do it." No, it's not like that. Yeah. It's just really our confidence and belief in each other. Yeah. Yeah. We don't see eye to eye all the time, but we don't have to. I'm a little taller than her, so that's impossible anyway.
No, you see.
Right? So we're not gonna. But when
on the side of your comedian, okay.
But no, this one the comedian. But when things happen, you know, when she's saying, I'll give you an example. When she says what she wants to do, I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
I'm already, because she done said it. We started Detroit Black Film Festival by her waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, not talking to me, but talking out loud.
Okay. So you took
Like,
it
I
around
want
with
to do
it.
the Detroit Black Film Festival. I want to do this, and I want it to look like this. In her sleep.
Yeah.
By the time she woke up, I
You
done
like,
seeded. I done got this for it. I done got this for it.
Wow.
I done got this for it. I done look for an artist for it
Yeah.
already. Because I understand if you're saying it, well, that's something we can do.
Yeah.
That just expands what we're trying to do as an overall business, as an overall husband and wife team, as an overall entity. So
right. I mean, that's another one of the B words, right? That's a deep bond right there. I guess I would say.
Yeah.
And I guess, and Marshalle, I'm gonna ask you this: like, how is that for you, having a partner that's that supportive and that taking that much initiative? I mean, to be honest with you, like. That don't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have ideas, and sometimes it be the ones that are the closest to us that dash our dreams. They're like, they don't believe in them. You know? So like, how is that?
Yeah. And I'm going to say something that I've never said to him, but I've said,
exclusive.
I've said to my sister in love. I've said to my sister, and because the brothers, we're both married to the brothers, right?
Gotcha.
And so I told her when we got married, like I knew, like I knew he was supportive, and I said, but as the years went on, I was like, I didn't really know.
Right.
Like now I know.
Support on steroids.
I was like, when I tell you he has my back 1,000%,
right?
Like 1,000%. Like even things like he just said, right? Like, you know, because sometimes, I don't know, you have these, I think a lot of creatives like kind of do this or whatever. Something hits you like in the middle of the night, right?
And you just
like,
blurt it out?
Yeah, I just woke up and I was just like, you know,
don't know
saying,
if it makes sense at all.
Yeah, I think I might want to do this or whatever. And I fell back asleep. And when I tell you, that was a true story. Like, I woke up, I was like, you did what? And you did... I'm like, okay. And then I learned to be careful to say things like around him.
Now you gotta follow
because
through.
He's off and running. He's like, well, that's what you said you want to do, right? Okay. So he's, like I said, he's gone. He's like on 10, like doing that. But even in terms of like my girl, because, you know, sometimes as a creative also, you have like these like challenging thoughts of like, you know, how am I going to get this done? Or is it gonna, you know, when is it gonna happen? That kind of thing. He's always like on point in terms of like thinking forward. Like how can I make it happen?
Right.
And
not
so,
if it's gonna happen. How can I make it happen?
It's never a if. It's never a if. Like with him. And that's rubbed off on me. Like that has truly, because I was like, he makes a believer out of me every single day. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that though, for real. So I guess so with the both of the brands, because like, or multiple brands, I won't even say both, like multiple brands that you guys work with. Obviously, brand is one of the words there. What do you see as being like the overall brand like that you guys are representing? Because like there's a lot of brands in between. Yeah. But like what would you say your overall brand would be?
I think for us, so our mothership company is Trinity Films Entertainment Group.
Gotcha.
Which is everything. So our clothing brand, Everyday I'm Okay, falls up under it.
Okay.
Detroit Black Film Festival, Detroit Trinity International Film Festival, the Fearless Tribe of Fanatic Filmmakers, Taste of Black Spirits, and then our In Good Spirits, which is our initiative program where we go out and we do it's like our sampling and tasting education component with hotels and clubs and stuff like that.
Man, so there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, and it is. But you know, the thing about it all ties together. You know, she's a writer director, right? I'm a writer director producer. I'm specifically a producer. Yeah. And we produce shit, right? There you go. That's what I do. That's, right. You know, whatever need to make it happen, I reach and search for that, right? Yeah. And I think for us, it's all things entertainment. It's all the things that we love to do already. Right. It's all the things that we want people to enjoy. We want to share, teach, educate, show, inspire. We want to do all those things with the things that we have. Right. And we also want people to know want our generation coming up, our daughter to know you can do whatever you put your mind to.
No, for sure.
You know, our daughter experienced some things. She experienced like to the point to where she's involved unconsciously. True in fact, I'm gonna say this, Mike Jones, if you're listening.
Exclusive, exclusive.
So I played a beat. Mike sent me a beat yesterday. Mike Jones. Shout out to Mike Jones.
Shout out to Mike.
I played it for the wife last night. She's like, "Who's that?" I didn't even tell her who it was. She just came in, just bobbing her head. Yeah. I said, "Mike did that." And she's like, oh, "Okay, cool." Yeah. So I just played it for Riley right when we pulled up in front of your house. Okay. And she's like, "Okay, yeah, tell him to fill this up and do that and do that." Now,
she got an ear.
I had told Mike that last night. Okay. I said, fill in the blanks, fill it up here, do this and do that. So she almost said exactly what I said. Yeah. She said, but I do like it though. Yeah. Right? So and then she said, listen, she said, it sounds familiar. It sounds like I heard it before. Yeah. And I would just tell you this, it's an 80s beat. I said, you heard it before?
Right. Where she heard it at?
Listen, we be battling.
From another time.
Listen, first of all, one other thing that keeps us sharp is we battle musically. Okay. Me, the wife, and the daughter. Like, we on each other's phone. I always had a sound throughout the house. I'm banging, right? Yeah. Through our phone. We literally battling song for song. Yeah. We choose a word and we start battling. So again, we exercise our exercise our love. We keep our stuff fresh. Because and those things generate thoughts.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
for sure. No, that's kind of dope, though. I'm gonna take a little short intermission. Yeah. Pour me a little drink. You know what I'm saying?
So that's that Black Eden out of Detroit, Michigan.
That's gonna bridge our conversation.
Bourbon. It's bourbon. It's a B word.
It's a B word for sure. Damn, that was a good pop on that. It's already open too.
I would definitely want to know what you think about it.
I'm about to see, because I read a little bit of it, so I'm gonna see how it pertains to what I read. You want something?
Very little. Very little. I know the daughter like, I'm finding you for that.
Nah, I feel you.
I wanted to say one thing also, even about the brand, because you talked about those connections and bridges, and one of the things that connects the spirits industry to the film industry is the storytelling. Right. And for me, a lot of these brands, if you connect like the history and the story like behind it's fascinating. And even when you talked about the brand and you talked about its connection to Idlewild. Right? You know, especially like in a time when, folks are trying to erase, history.
All of our existence.
Our existence, right, for sure.
Our existence, and, it's important for
and it's very important
to know about Idlewild and the history and the connection,
especially people from Michigan,
Americans and Michigan as well. And so, having a brand that embodies a part of history is cool.
For sure.
What you got on it?
What's the proof on it?
That is
must be 88,
90.
90. It has to be close to 90.
90.
I don't know.
I like when you do this.
I don't know. Like it's very faint on the nose. Like it's not a lot. I mean, you really don't smell nothing but alcohol. It's not. I hate to. Let me see. What is it? Because like it's not enough. It's not enough like vanilla or cocoa taste for me. Mm-hmm. Like, because that's kind of the sweetness that I like. It's more of a citrus kind of sweetness, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Just it ain't my. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I like it though. But yeah, I just need a little bit more like vanilla and cocoa kind of to it.
And first batch, so it's first time around. First,
yeah, I mean you can tell because it's a little light skin. Yeah.
Same thing would happen with not the same thing because you didn't like that at all.
What's that?
You gotta say the brand.
Well, he listen.
I didn't review it already.
If he reviewed it, he done told him. He probably emailed him and let him know. So
because
it was Bro Brothers. They first batch.
Oh no, I liked it.
The first batch.
It was super light skinned. Like angry principal. He got a headache off of it. He said
okay.
Him and Bo don't like it at all.
Yeah. Okay, that was Bo then.
I like the taste. Like it's not heavy. It's almost there. Like
and you got it the first year.
Yeah, I got it the first year.
They came a long way after that.
Yeah, they didn't switch bottles and everything since then. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's better now. But yeah, no, I like. I'm gonna tell you like this though. For me, It's like you said, Marshalle. It'd be a lot of times. It'd be about the story for me.
Great
like
stories.
I'm gonna keep that on the shelf just because it's Idlewild.
Yeah.
So we get to have a conversation about Idlewild to people who don't know.
That's right.
You know, people that don't know about it. So like and that's another way, like you said, to bridge, especially when you're talking about like generations, because a lot of times our stories get lost, right? Because we got the stories and then the younger generation don't know them.
Right.
I see you say y'all daughter know about 80 songs, which is crazy. And I don't barely know them, and I was from there. But I'm just saying, I was there for it.
And not only is this the Black Eden is about it, the owner. He's from that area. His people are from there, so he has a rich history. He has a connection, a real connection there.
Gotcha.
So this was his way of showing that love and paying that homage to his people.
Yeah,
so
for sure,
I appreciated it.
Now we was talking about bridging that gap between movies and Spears. Like, have y'all ever thought about that? Like producing a short film from one of these stories?
Funny you say that.
Nah, is it really?
It's more so of a. So we've been working on for the last 4 years actually, documentary. So we've documented everything we've done.
For sure,
right?
For sure. I've been around a couple of hot mics,
right? And most recently, we talked about doing a series that includes these stories, right? And not only includes these stories, but it includes our story, right? What we've built. It's really an entrepreneur story, a serial entrepreneur story, and everybody in the series, everybody that's a part of it, the characters that play these parts, are real people who has done real things related to what the spirit business, the film and fashion industry, they all play very well together, even food. So we have all those things. So we have you. Right? When I say you podcast. Right. Chef Buddha, food. Right?
Shout out to Chef.
My little sister, Delores, the Greens, I love to call them the Greens.
I was gonna say, collard green cook-off champion 2-3 years in a row.
Right. And then my sister, fashion, her husband, he got the beard game tight. I ain't never seen a beard. I'm talking about tight, right? So when we look at what we have together, with the Spears and my wife, race relations, film, and several other things. Like when you put all these things together, that's a whole story telling all these stories.
For sure.
So we're able to craft a story, right? A main story that tells every other story.
What's your wordplay? I see how you said craft in there. When we was talking about Spears, I see how you do it. See how you do it, dog.
That's what we've been, we've been working on, thinking it through. She'll jump up in the middle of the night and just start saying stuff, and I'll think it's something real and some lines she's creating or something she's working on. So we are always creating something, stories and etc. So yeah,
man, that's a good back and forth though, because like honestly, that's what I need, because like I'm a creator, so like I like to spit ideas, but it'd be cool to have somebody to go ahead and do the logistics behind it. Like I got this idea, all right, go ahead and make that happen. I wish, right?
Listen, I'm proud of what she did the other day. So me and Riley my wife been in a little movie, she was rehearsing her lines one day. She's always cooking or she doing something, rehearsing her lines. And me and Riley like, what you say? And I'm just rehearsing these lines. But when she takes on something where she have to read it, even if it's a presentation she have to do in person, she would absorb it first, right? Spend time with it. Stay up 5 a.m, get up at 7. This is one of those things that she is just like me. When she has something to do,
she on it.
Oh my! I'm talking about something that's required her to be somewhere early, and she had to speak. Oh, she done absorbed it.
That's how it be.
She done took it on. She in the car getting there. As soon as she get there, just flow. Right? Because she don't. It's like she's like one of them. I want to call it Biggie, Jay-Z. She don't write it down. She just absorb it. She take it in.
For sure.
And then she deliver it. Same thing. So she shot this little short thing for. I don't know if you saw. I think I sent it to you. The girls trip thing. Right? Just that thing. Like she put that together in an instant. Her crew come out. That's her crew, and just watching her play with that. She got acting skills.
No, for sure.
And she understands that process. Just watching her dedicate her time to that. It was so much going on that day. 3 different things, and to carve out that piece and still get it done. and then go back to doing the other 5 things that got to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's where I come in. Like whatever, I'll just drive around. If you just need to drive you around, I'll drive you around. What I need to be doing, right? So,
no, for sure. Now,
yeah.
before like this whole induction of like Black Spirits, I know you was heavy in the movie industry. Did you have any idea that you would at some point have your hands in the spirits world?
Never.
Right, that's what I figured. Like this had to just kind of come out of left field. Like,
Never. But again, going back to how it all started, for me, it started because of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, one of the first brands that Lazar worked with
had an amazing story.
It had an amazing story, and it had this short film, and so that film became a part of.
Oh, that I didn't know. I didn't know it was a short film.
There was
with Jeffrey Wright.
There was this short film
Never knew that.
that we infused into the film festival.
Yeah. Got you.
And then that, like, of course, that was like a springboard for Lazar, because it was like there were other brands out there were other stories out there, and I have learned like so much like on this journey. For me, like I got to meet the first woman, the African American woman to have a distillery like in the U.S. I got to meet the man who had the first license to sell a liqueur in the U.S. It's like these incredible the
stories.
first woman to have a tequila brand like in the U.S. African American woman, and I'm like fascinated by their journeys. And
no, there's some amazing stories for sure.
Yeah, there's some amazing stories out there. So that's the fit. Like for me, it's like, and he's not gonna say this, so I'm gonna say this.
Oh, say it then.
What he's created, because there are events that are tasting events. There are like tasting events where people come to and they enjoy different spirit brands and things like that.
Yeah.
But as an entrepreneur, he has done something unprecedented, where he has created a supply chain in this industry for brand owners. Yeah. And so it's about connecting the brand owners to retail, to the capital, to the consumers. Right. And so that's what's so unique about Taste of Black Spirits. He has all of these entities in the same room at the same time. That doesn't happen with the other spirit tasting events that you go to. And he's very intentional about increasing the market share in this industry. He's focused on that. He's not just focused on the entertainment side of it, where people come having an event for the evening and have a great event and go home. It's thinking about, again, entrepreneurship. It's thinking about how do we elevate the African American community, right? Yeah. And folks don't know this about Lazar also, that the whole all black everything.
He's sincere about that.
He's sincere about it. Like I was going to say, that, right? And then when I tell people that, I watched him like drive all the way out on the east side just to get gas, because it's a black-owned gas station, out there. And like when we are in these cities, people don't understand also, he researches the city and he finds out, again, about the history of the city, what's its connection to the African American community. He seeks out venues that are black-owned, hotels, restaurants, and makes those connections. And he's intentional about entrepreneurship and economic wealth of our community.
For sure. Yeah, and I 100% agree with that too. Because like if we don't do it, like who gonna do it, right? Who gonna do it for real? But like, and I think just to piggyback on what you said though, it's a lot of truth to that, because I think how you described it when you say other tasting events, that's kind of what they are. Just that. Right. Just a tasting event. Right. This ain't that.
This ain't that.
This ain't that. Like, simple as that. Like, I mean, of course, I go to taste. Right? But there are people there who are genuinely learning, and the next time they come back, they might be one of the vendors. Yeah. They might be doing the liquid panel because they've learned something, or they're able to bring something back for the rest of the people who's attending. So this is so much more than a tasting event. And again, I told you this before. When we first interviewed y'all, previous before you started, I didn't have a I didn't get a clear concept of what it was. Like he explained it to me. I'm like, all right, bet that sounds like a tasting. So I'm like, let me go see. So like when I went, I'm like, oh shit, like you can't. I'm gonna say you can't really explain it.
Right.
Like you gotta go see. You gotta go see.
And so I tell people all the time, like when they ask him, well, you just gotta show up.
You kind of just gotta show up because everybody's experience is gonna be different. I think everybody will take something different from it.
Yeah.
Like for us, to be quite honest with you, just being there doing podcasts, I've learned so many people's story, and I respect the grind behind spirit ownership at this point, because we coming from a place where a celebrity just slapped their name on it and we act like it's theirs, and it ain't. Like I'm meeting people who coming, they putting the ingredients together, they doing the distilling.
You meet scientists,
and I didn't know, and I hate to say it, I didn't know these people existed. Yeah. I just didn't. And a lot of them right here didn't even know they existed. So I think that's why this is like something important. And I think it leads to probably the biggest B word that we talking about tonight, dog. And that's just bravery, right? Yeah. Because like when you're talking about in order to do this, it takes a bit of bravery.
Oh my goodness.
Because everybody love what the black community brings to their table, but they don't love to share it with us, or they don't love to give the spotlight to us. And you have to be a certain amount of brave to try to break through that, like, I guess I call it the fourth wall, Yeah. So, I speak on that.
I think for me, when I think of the word bravery or being brave about something is not just being intentional about it and not having fear about it, but understanding what you need to do, right? I look at what we do together and what I do when I stand and I look out our window, or I'm laying in the bed and I get up at 5, I'm thinking like, how productive can I be? How can I change something today, right? And that requires me to say, you can do it. It requires me to talk a certain kind of way, sometimes firm, to myself. Right? That's talking to me first. I'm having this conversation with me first. Right? And then sharing that conversation throughout the house and understand, like, in order to get something done, you gotta step to it. Yeah. The fight is the fight, right?
Facts.
One thing, I've never ran from a fight. Yeah. Ever in my life.
Ever.
Never lost to it. And never lost any.
What?
But
Never
ever.
Right, that's
never ever. I got 13 brothers and sisters. It's a different world. We come from a different world. Martial arts, all that stuff. I had Navy SEALs in my family. So we come from a different world.
I got you.
And I'm saying I never had a lot of fights either.
Right.
Physical against us. Nothing like that. And the fights I'm talking about is the fights with myself, though. Yeah. Right? And I said I never lost that fight because I've always saw myself like, dude, you bigger than that. Yeah. You got to think better than that. Right. You got to improve your thinking. So you have to be brave enough to challenge yourself first, right, in order to challenge anything else, right?
Yeah, that's real.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
Then I go out and I'm out in the world and I'm brave enough to tell people like, yeah, I'm not doing that, or this, or I'm worth this, or this is worth that, or you should be doing this. I don't have all the answers, but I'm very good at giving good answers. Yeah. I'm very good at sharing great information because that's all I have for you. I tell people all the time, all I got is good news for you. Ain't nothing else for you. I ain't got no bad news. I got nothing but good news. And if you pick up any of that stuff I lay on the table and you use it, you use a portion of it, use 5% of it, it will take you 5% further than where you are. Yeah. Or 10% further than where you are. You understand? Okay. Depending on how you use it. Yeah. So,
damn. What you got to say about bravery? Dog took it all down through there. Huh?
Yeah, and he knows that I have a unique lens also because I also work in the racial justice space, right? And so bravery in this world also looks like walking through doors where folks have made it difficult for you to like advance, like in this industry. And so bravery also looks like, and I've watched him do this like several times. He has a standard. And he knows in order for us to get where we need to be, like in this in the community, there's a lot of things that he turns down. And I'm just gonna say, like, even financially, it would be easy because folks see what you're doing, and other bigger brands want to, or other brands. I'm not even gonna say bigger, but other brands want to be a part of it, and they'll throw money at it to be included, and think that that's all it takes.
Right.
And for him, he's on a mission with this industry, and I've watched him for the past 6 years now, because this wasn't an industry that he got into it. But one thing about him, once he's into something, he's going to engulf all of the knowledge that he needs to be successful, and even as he's still learning it. But I have watched him really educate himself about this, and to the point that now he is educating others with it, and even some of the gatekeepers of this industry. When you're trying to knock down doors and you come up with those barriers, people try to play on the fact that they think what you don't know, right? And I've seen them time and time again come up, kind of head to head with these gatekeepers, and educate others in a way that that has made them
he's
sit
thinking
back.
of he's thinking of somebody right now specifically, right?
Because we've experienced this together, right? I'm not calling any names or nothing like that right now, but
not till after we get off. Okay.
But it is, but
we've done that together.
It's real,
for sure.
It's real. So that bravery is about not backing down when when the fight is presented with you to you. In a sense that, because it could be easily, especially when there's money involved, right?
For sure.
Folks want to either make something go away or just take something that you've done and make it someone else's, right?
For sure.
Let us take that over. Let us take that from you.
Because that's how it works. Yeah. If you move with the money, that's definitely how it works.
In that direction.
You become a puppet for that person. Yeah. And I said this to her this weekend. I never want anybody to be over us, telling us what to do with our stuff.
Right.
That's the main thing. We built this thing even longer with her. She built the festival that's been around 19 years, a film festival in this city.
Right.
I didn't know about it until the 10th year. Yeah. Right. And I'm saying she's invested. So I know she's talking about me, but the truth is, I came here to talk about her. Yeah. She's invested in this industry, right? In the film industry, in people, in relationships, in bridging things together. This is a natural thing for her.
Right.
It's something. She's a person. If you hear her name in any room related to film, related to race relations, that room gets excited. Yeah. That room, when they see her, I've seen this in her space, and they see her coming in that room, they know that whatever she's saying is the truth. The reason she's there is the truth, right? And the person that they're talking to, they know they can count on, they can bank on her, they can believe her, they can trust her. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So when I first witnessed that, because I was in a lot of rooms with her, a lot of rooms with this race relation stuff, lots of rooms.
And that shit get deep.
She get deep. I'll give you an example. She did this thing over at U of M, right? Was it U of M?
She's like, oh no, I do a lot of stuff.
With about 200 college kids. Yeah. Just speaking on, again, can you imagine getting 200 college kids in the room to listen to a person talk about
that's tough.
Race or programming about all this kind of stuff? But the way it moved, she had controlled the whole room. Yeah. They responded in a way where it was like, what you need me to do next? Yeah. What I should be doing now? And it's just amazing watching her work, watching her work the film side, watching her work the race relations side, and then watching her just being a person in a room. Right. She ain't gonna say this, but it was a room we was in, and you got people who like to name drop all day. It was a person in that room talking to her, and she's like, just name dropping. When you hear her say, she like, she over it. Shut up. Right. That's really like, you really want to go there, right? That's that. It be that you really. Okay.
I plead
Soon
the fifth.
as that happens, this high profile person walks up and like, Marshalle, hey Marshalle. Then 10 other ones, hey Marshalle.
Yeah.
And he looking like, I know her.
Right.
You know,
like,
and then
I'm over here trying to stunt.
And then and then on me and my daughter, she always sneaking out something like, hey, she be talking to Cheryl Lee Ralph on the phone. Like, who you talking? What? And she, hey, I did this with Usher. I was over here with this. Wait up, what? But I say,
she trying to be modest.
But this is her.
Right.
These are friends and relationships to her. These are not celebrities, right? This is not something she want to put in somebody's face. Yeah. It's not something she gonna like. Yeah, I know this person. I know this. She don't play that game. Yeah. Never have. Never have.
I do that shit.
Sometimes I'll be like,
yeah, I know Lazar. I know Marshalle. Shit, I be name dropping y'all. Fuck that. I know them.
So just watching how she moves, even when people come to her for advice, they come to her for community, just trying to they come to her for resources, right?
Nah, for sure.
And sometimes you gotta think about that first, because she's a wealth of that. Right. She can connect people. I mean, she connect dots all day. It's not a problem from her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like she's the kind of person that took some young ladies to Paris. I got to say this because I want her to speak French. To Paris because they wanted to be models.
Yeah.
She took them.
Word?
Oh my goodness.
Tell them that story. Because this is the person. And then we talking about years and years ago. But this is the person. This is the kind of person. If you say you want to win, okay, let me put you in a winning position.
Yeah.
Let me do what I can do to get you. I'm gonna get you to Paris. Who does that?
Nobody.
Somebody's got to get you a couple magazines.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You put them look at these. You know what I'm saying? But get me to Paris.
Right.
Like that's different. Listen, man. That's different.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to my man Jay Alexander checking in too. He had said he missed Detroit. He putting together a whiskey as well. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get y'all connected together. He was asking me some questions about some stuff, and it's like this is why I know that what y'all got going on works, because I was able to answer his questions.
See that?
I would have never been able to answer those questions.
See that? I love that.
And what was fly about it, I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead.
That's my
Talk
man's.
your shit, Q.
That's my man's, and I understand though, right? So he asked me a couple things about the labeling and some marketing and stuff. You know, I spit it back to him, some shit I learned from y'all, and then it was somebody else he was working with down because he down in Florida. Yeah, kind of told him the same thing. So he came back to me. He was like,
Yeah, that's right.
You on point.
I like
and I was
that.
Like, and I ain't mad at that, because you want to double check. You want to make sure I'm good.
Right.
And I was good. And I was just like, damn, that's because of y'all.
That's what we like.
It's because of y'all. Yeah.
We wanted to hear that. Come on with this French though. Give me some French.
You want some French?
Seulement si tu parles en français avec moi parce que
I don't know.
Je ne sais pas. J'adore.
Tell me what you're saying.
Right.
I just love it. I just love it.
You just love to hear it.
I said, Seulement si tu parles avec moi en français. It means only if you talk back to me in French.
I'm like, shit, I don't know what you said. I see why you wanted to say it.
And it's stuff like that. She just broke that stuff out. Listen, though. Let's check this out. It's a French guy walking there, and they start talking. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know how to speak French? It's like, oh yeah, I know how to speak
you
French.
didn't even know.
It's like this. Oh yeah, I know how to speak French.
Yeah. This
like,
is
what?
One of the many things you don't know about me.
Right.
Like, you should secret agent and shit, probably. You didn't even know.
Speaking of secret agent, when I first met her, see, most folks don't know. We met in 1999, I think. 1999 or 2000. I started my T-shirt company. Gotcha. And she was running the Concert of Colors. Okay. It was a huge festival thing downtown. And she was signing up the vendors. And I'm excited. I'm brand new in the game. I'm gonna do this festival. Yeah. She come in straight blue suit, tight ponytail, no smile. Yeah. Like, here, fill this out. Right. I'm jumpy. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, great. I give her my little money order. She take it, come back with my receipt. Okay, report to this date. I'm like, money order. That's it. But I didn't. Of course, I didn't know her then. But I know. Yeah. But I think I done the Concert of Colors twice or three times. She still had the shirt that I had. She still had that shirt.
I do.
Yeah, still had that shirt.
Oh, y'all about to cry?
So we realized that we had met each other.
Yeah.
So prior to being reconnected, he was like, wait a minute, you used to help run the concert of colors.
Yeah.
How's it been at the concert
that's
of colors?
crazy.
And then and he told that story. I remember.
You remember?
Yeah.
That story of him coming in also.
Oh,
So
that's a love story.
We remember that we had met like 17 years prior to that day.
Dog, that's crazy.
That's
right?
facts. Though. That's facts.
That's what's up, though.
And I reached out to her because she was getting an award from the Detroit Actors Society.
Gotcha.
Brian and them. She was getting an award, and we were following each other on Facebook. So I just said congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, because we were following each other means we following each other, especially in that time.
Yeah.
You following each other, you know the person,
you know
of the person. You ain't just following
that's
people.
That's how I used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you just like, follow.
Yeah.
So.
But be sure to like and follow and share this video though.
Yeah. Right. Facts.
Make sure you do that though. And shout out fan base too though.
Shout out to fan base. Shout out to fan base. Fan base is great, man. I'm encouraging everybody who's on any platform, to go sign up for fan base. It ain't gonna cost you a dime.
Right.
Go sign up for fan base. You will get a return though, right? And what I mean by that is set up the way Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is all in one.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to do a lot of things on fan base. And I'm not just saying it to be saying. I'm like, for real. And it's a black-owned space.
That's the one. That's the main thing.
It's the main thing, and we gotta look at it like that.
Yeah.
I didn't require Facebook to show me nothing when we signed up for it. Right. I didn't require Instagram to show me anything. We just did it.
Facts.
So if I got to talk a lot to convince you, then what are we doing? What we really doing as black people? If I got to keep talking about it, it should be like, fan base, let me go to it. Yeah. It takes the same energy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like, oh man, all my stuff on Instagram, it'll transfer everything on Instagram over to fan base in 24 hours.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a no-brainer.
You got immediate content.
Right.
If you're a person who posts 5-10 times a day, all that'll go over the fan base.
Yeah, because
in one push button. Right.
Got that shit posted on. This probably should post it right now. Nah, but yeah, I think we covered some B words today. Obviously, it was a treat to have both of y'all together. I think this is I haven't seen this. Yeah. Have y'all done this before?
We have, but this is the first time. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She's super busy, right? I want her to get more into her bag. This is her thing. Yeah. Like, this is easy for her. She teach me how. I'm good at having interviews because of her.
Yeah, I seen her on the news.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm good because of her. Because I remember my first interview was with her, and she was like, "You don't know your name? What you doing?" I was just done. I was just sitting there looking crazy, like a deer in headlights. Like, oh, it's on me. What's my name? Oh, you know,
you good at another.
Yeah, because of her. Because I've seen her tear the room up.
For sure.
I've seen her take a room full of Caucasians, make them comfortably uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like, that ain't easy to do.
No, it's not.
She come in and like really hit you with some hard truths, but have you laugh about it, open you up, and shove all this stuff down in you. Yeah. And by the time you stop laughing, you full. You like, what? Oh damn! What did I learn? Damn, I learned all this.
Right.
I learned all this about myself.
Yeah.
Because that's really what her teachings is. Her teachings is to teach you about what is in you that's causing you to be this way against this group of people. Yeah. Right, that ain't easy to do.
No, not for
you know what I'm saying? On a regular basis.
Yeah.
And
that's a tough space.
Oh man, it's incredibly a tough space. You know?
It's a tough space.
That's my racial justice side. But on the film side, I think we do this naturally. Going back to what you said earlier about like how you do it. I think it's been like this for us from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
And we kind of feed off of.
Look at that boy Cheese.
Because I'm thinking about this one move. I think because we've enjoyed each other before we even became an item. Yeah. Because we didn't know it was going to become an item. We did. And but before we just enjoyed each other. Yeah. Every Friday she would have on the Fridays like, hey, I'm doing this. I'm like, okay, right. When I would show up, and it would just be a thing that we enjoy, from seeing art shows or first time run films.
What the young kids say now is just a vibe. Huh?
Just a vibe, right? It's just a vibe. And then seeing her in her silly right? I get to be silly. Nobody sees me silly. Right?
Yeah, never.
Ever,
yeah,
right?
Never. Yeah, never.
So I get to be.
I'm assuming it exists. Only an assumption.
So I remember one time she was being silly. And I'm like, oh, she funny too.
Yeah.
Right? And she wasn't uncomfortable, but she also told me like, oh, people, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't bother me. I just took it in. Like, oh, okay, that's good. You know, it's good that we're able to be all of ourselves.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I think that's the key. We're able to be all of ourselves. I'm able to be like, even if I don't want to, like take a bunch. Hey, I need all of this at the studio tomorrow. Yeah. Even if I don't want to do it, I'm gonna get up very early and get it done because I know what that takes.
Nah, for sure.
I know what she's working on. I know if she working on this side and we work, because it's just something we got to do. Yeah. It's that simple. Like it's just something what we got to do, and it got to be done. This whole weekend was what we had to do, and we don't think about it until we laying down and we resting. Like, oh, we got it done. Good deal, you know. And we'll dab each other in the sleep, saying, "Well, good job, honey."
Right,
halfway sleep. You know what I mean?
You wore yourself out.
Like this thing's really happened. You know.
And through it all, like you say, we do that like all the time. We'll dab each other up, and even I could just even throw my phone out. He'll just, you're the greatest, honey, and I tell him the same thing. Like you're the greatest, just to like do what we're doing, because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of time.
No, for sure.
But we love it also, right? And we believe in it. I think all of the things that we're, all of our endeavors that we're trying to do, we're trying to make a difference. And we believe in it.
Damn. I think we gonna end it right there. I think we gonna end it right there. That was perfect, dog. Well, I want to thank y'all for pulling up on me, dog, and thank you for the drink.
Of course.
I'm I'm hold on to it for you. If you don't want to
that's you.
Take it back, I'm gonna hold on to it. And we gonna review it, what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff to review.
Yeah.
So we go get to that shortly. And if you see all of the black owned spirits behind here, because he's so serious that I had other bottles up there before. And he's strong on me and told me,
what happened. I
get that shit. He even made me change my whole intro. He was like, no, dog, you can't have that intro. Like, damn. And what I do? I went and changed that motherfucker, dog. It's crazy. It's real out here, dog.
But we appreciate
collective behavior.
I appreciate it, though. And not only changed, he did a great job with it. Right?
No, for sure.
It was just dope. It came out great.
It came out great. Good products, man. I love being in this space because it was a space I didn't even know existed. So I'm happy to be here. So Collective Behaviors Tour coming up. What's up?
No, I just wanted to say thank you also,
for sure.
Because without opportunities like this to help, to get the word out and, things like this, you become a part of
for sure.
Taste of Black Spirits family, the Detroit Black Film Festival family, and we greatly appreciate you helping us.
Thank you. I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
On that note, we gonna get out of here before we all start crying. Make sure you check when is the date again?
So Taste of Black Spirits, Miami, April 25th and 26th.
Gotcha.
Tickets on sale right now. Hotel and everything is on Taste of Black Spirits. Everything you need to know is on tasteofblackspirits.com.
For sure. That's it. On that note, we up out of here, man. Shout out to my gang who couldn't be here, but I'm holding it down for them, dog. Angry Principal, Bo in the building, of course, man. And of course, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. We are out. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.
And shout out to my sister, Kat Martinez.
Damn, Q. Maybe you did that.